parliament. Remember, you've seen a lot of uproar, you've seen a lot of din. And then there are MPs responsible for that din is what the government alleges. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party MP, Raghav Chadha, remember, was on Friday suspended from the Rajya Sabha for, and I'm quoting now, gross violation of rule, misconduct, defiant attitude and contemptuous conduct, unquote. This is pending a report by the Privileges Committee. His suspension, remember, follows a motion that was moved earlier by the leader of the House, Piyush Goyal, who actually sought action against the AAP leader for including names of some members of the upper house without their consent in a proposed select committee for the government of National Capital Territory of Delhi, the NCT Amendment Bill 2023.
Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha, who has repeatedly indulged himself in gross impropriety and misconduct that is unexpected and unbecoming of a member of parliament. His conduct is far distant from the ethical standard expected of a member of this august house. On 7th of August 2023, he moved an amendment under relevant rules for referring the government of National Capital Territory Amendment Bill 2023 to a select committee consisting of 19 members, including honorable members Shri Narari Amin, Srimati S. Pagnon Konyak, Dr. Sasmit Patra, Dr. M. Thambidurai, and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. It also included Shri S. Niranjan Reddy, who did not realize his name has been included and therefore at that point of time did not raise an objection, but subsequently informed us that he had also not given his consent. When the motion came for consideration before the Council on 7th August 2023 at about 9:35 p.m., some members whose name figured in the list took severe exception for being included for the proposed select committee moved by Shri Raghav Chadha. The members who objected in the House that day were Dr. Sasmit Patra, who stated that, and I quote, as per Rule 72(2), no such discussion done by me. My name has been taken without my permission. This is a matter of privilege. This is completely wrong, unquote. Dr. M. Thambidurai stated, and I quote, I did not sign anywhere. It is a misuse. It is a privilege issue. Somebody has misused my name. Action should be taken against him.
So that is what we heard from Piyush Goyal, who was speaking earlier in the upper house. Our colleague Aishwarya is also joining us right now. He has more insight into how the story is expected to play out. Aishwarya, the opposition says there is a pattern.
Yeah.
This government is against anyone and everyone who speaks truth to power, is their allegation. And they say on one pretext or the other, they want to ensure that the opposition does not have a voice in the House. But where does the truth lie according to rules, Aishwarya?
Well, absolutely, Deepthi, but at this point of time, we need to understand what is happening is that the Aam Aadmi Party claims that the suspension is not because of this. And I'm quoting through official sources of the Aam Aadmi Party. They say that it is because of the yesterday's press conference. They say that it is only because of yesterday's press conference that they are being suspended. But then what official sources from the parliamentary secretariat are coming out and saying that this is because of the signature, the whole signature row. Because Sudhanshu Trivedi and then the other member of parliament have categorically mentioned to the chair that they never signed. And they never themselves opted to be a part of this committee. Then how can their details go in there? So these are questions which the Aam Aadmi Party need to answer categorically. Raghav Chadha and then Sanjay Singh would need to answer. But what's the real issue? Because the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming, and I quote, they said that the suspension has been done for due to Raghav Chadha's press conference yesterday's defending himself in the alleged breach of matter. Nowhere has Piyush Goyal's motion for suspension or notice served by Privilege Committee mentions the words forgery or fake signatures or farziwada, etc. It does not even remotely allege anything to this effect. So that is the claim of the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party further goes ahead and says, and this is the counter coming in from their side, that the Leader of the House has also quoted excerpts from the press conference of 10th of August 23 and quoted the example of using birthday invitation to explain the process of consent. So all of this is now once again we are going to see BJP versus the Aam Aadmi Party. BJP claims that it's this is a forgery case, while the Aam Aadmi Party completely rebuking it and saying that this is nowhere by the chair even the word forgery is being used. So they are countering the BJP, and their allegation is exactly what you mentioned, Deepthi, that BJP is trying to suspend the Aam Aadmi Party MPs. But very, very particularly what is important to note, that the other opposition parties of the so-called alliance I.N.D.I.A, India, are completely quiet on this. They are not defending the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, we saw some or the other altercation between Jairam Ramesh and Raghav Chadha while they were sitting on the floor of the House, though the details of that have yet not come out. But there were pictures where Jairam Ramesh was clearly very, very unhappy with Raghav Chadha, and then vice versa. So what is Congress's stand on this? What is the stand of the other political parties is yet to be known. But the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that no forgery was done. Aam Aadmi Party is saying that even by the chair of the House, this word of forgery or fake signatures have not been used. And the suspension, according to them, is on the basis of the press conference which was done by Raghav Chadha. Because the parliament was on, whatever statement he had to make, that should have been done on the floor of the House and not outside the parliament. And that is the basis of the privileges motion. Back to you, Deepthi.
Oh yes, but all things said and done, Aishwarya, what is true is that there is only and only acrimony now between the Treasury and the opposition benches, something that many would say is unprecedented. And this clearly is not something good for democracy, but we'll track that story and many reactions that continue to come in.